sometimes coming home and having to stay with relatives and all those things, it's nice, but you also want to have your own space.
In 2024 alone, the diaspora community in Remington sent over $100 billion to Africa, supporting over 200 million family members. There's a big issue here. A significant proportion of these funds, specifically allocated to do diaspora projects and real estate development, suffers from corruption devised by family members and project managers. Today, I managed to sit down with two women from the diaspora who started a construction company here in Zimbabwe.
We decided, let's brainstorm to both grow together.
The way they are running the company is different. They went on to create an app that help project owners to see everything happening on the ground.
So my role is to put technology to businesses.
The app is also helping property owners to sell or rent out their properties.
So we're allowing people to sell their properties.
We're not only just builders, we also manage your project. I'm just trying to bring what I would want as a diaspora client to Zimbabwe. Whatever comes out of my company has to be quality.
Is there going to come a time that you come full-time here?
Absolutely.
Please subscribe. We are trying to reach 200,000 subscribers before the year end. Make sure to like the video, please.
So you're staying in America?
Yes.
For how long have you been staying there?
25 years.
Is there going to come a time that you come full-time here?
Absolutely. I think I'm just creating a platform for myself to just be able to bring income, because leaving America, you just don't leave without a plan.
True.
And to move to Zimbabwe, you need to have a set plan of what you're going to do when you get there. So as I create employment, I'm also creating income for a lot of people and for myself. That way, when I do move back, I'm able to sustain myself here.
Let's look at people who are building back here. It has now reached to a point where people are building mansions, and people are saying these are just empty mansions. These people are not living in these mansions. They are empty here in Africa. From your own perspective, what is really happening with people who build here and they don't come and stay here?
I feel like it's a plan B. When they come to visit, they don't want to come in and get into an Airbnb. They want to come and get into the comfort of their own home. I think there's some sort of peace to that, because sometimes coming home and having to stay with relatives and all those things, it's nice, but you also want to have your own space. And when you come from the diaspora and you're coming home, you're not just coming home for just 3 days. You're here for maybe 2 weeks to a month, and you want to be in the comfort of your own place where you're not necessarily having expenses, right? So if you're getting an Airbnb, that's expensive. You have to worry about food and all those things. So I think they're empty because, they're working on it. It's a plan B, and also realizing that home is home.
So from your own perspective, do you think that Zimbabwe is a conducive environment to start a business? I'm seeing a lot of people seeing opportunities here.
Yes.
Even foreigners.
I also feel in terms of economically, we can boost the economy by also starting certain things here. So I definitely think, yes, it's a very conducive place to start businesses. It has to be a smart business where you have a strategy for it and actually understanding that it can flop, it can succeed. You always have to have both sides. And just, I think it also has to do with being a risk taker. If you're not a risk taker, then this is not the platform for you to be doing stuff like that.
You're in the diaspora.
Yes.
You've seen it all.
Yes.
The challenges that people in the diaspora face when they're building back home.
Just for me, just trusting people. I've had horror stories where people are sending money to family members and they send like 20,000 and they get home, there's nothing that has been done.
True.
And so what I'm trying to create is that trust, of having trust with a diaspora owner. What happens is if you're sending money from the diaspora, I'm in the diaspora, so my company is also registered in the States and also registered here in Zimbabwe. Okay. So wherever you are, you can still hold Timeless Construction accountable. We have contracts, we sign contracts, we create the scope of work for you, you sign off on each phase of the scope of work. So we're just changing up things. There's a lot of project management that comes with it. We're not only just builders, we also manage your project.
What do you think is changing in the real estate space? Do you think that it is now that people are thinking outside the box and they're bringing in new ideas? And you as a construction company, are you seeing the community accepting these new ideas? Or?
Absolutely. I think, people are now definitely coming outside of the box and being very creative because there's so much exposure. Yeah. You see, for example, there's Australian type of build. People are bringing that aspect here. You have the British side, you have the American side. We come up with different floor plans. So it's so nice to see that people are now just getting outside of what we have always known to be normal in terms of innovation.
Let's say I want to build. I have my money, but I barely understand anything about building construction.
Yes.
Do you guys come in and helping me from scratch where I can get material to build? Because at the end of the day, when I send money to my relative and say, I'm giving you this money, build for me, they're gonna go and source out cheap and horrible bricks and that kind of stuff. And then when you are on the ground now, you see, this is not up to standard.
Yes.
So do you guys come in and help me?
Yes.
Where I can get good materials?
Absolutely. Like right now, I'll give an example. I have a client that I'm actually working with who flew me here.
Oh, okay.
So that I'm on the ground to assist. She also lives in the diaspora, but she's based in Dallas. And so she needed some help with certain things. So I do have true project managers on the ground, and they're always the ones to go do the brickwork, buying materials, whatever you need. So they're basically representing me and my company and the quality of what we want. So if I'm buying you a brick, I'm not buying the brick to represent the client. I'm buying the brick to represent my company, because whatever comes out of my company has to be quality. So if they go buy something that's cheap, it represents the company itself. So we show you what we're doing and the materials. If they feel they can get it from another place, we always have a liability form. Sign that we didn't get you these materials, and you bought these materials on your own. Our job is to just build. When we do that, that holds the client accountable for their decisions, and it also holds us accountable for not being responsible for the type of material.
What inspired both of you guys to sit down and say, this is what we're going to do? We're going to start a construction company, and at the same time, we're going to add a little bit of technology there so that things can be easier for people?
I think because we're both have different expertise. She's in tech, I'm in construction. We decided, let's brainstorm to both grow together. How can we grow together? And it was so easy because, it's somebody that I've known for years. And we grew up together, went to primary school together. So it was so easy to just come up and brainstorm. And, coming up with the app itself was just so much fun. She's a creator. She comes up with ideas. She asks me how I want the way for the app to look. What am I looking for in the app? What can make things easier for me? And so it was so much fun.
It was so easy, like she said. We actually met for, is it breakfast or lunch?
Yes.
To discuss something else. And this idea came around. I was like, why don't you do this? Why can't we do this? And that is when it all came about. So I'm a product manager for tech solutions. I'm a business analyst. So my role is to put technology to businesses at any given point. So it was so easy for us to, bounce off ideas. She's actually a great client to gather requirements. Some people don't know what they want. They're like, oh yeah, we want this. So she was very articulate with what she wanted. It made it very easy. And with the help of our teams, both our teams, amazing teams, they came up with different ideas. And yeah, that's how we came about with the platform. Okay, so we wanted to provide technology for real estate because everything was very manual. So you find, like, I used to be a power of attorney for someone who wanted to purchase a house in the diaspora. You have to give them updates on WhatsApp. You have to take pictures. It's very manual. And they'll say, I don't like this, and you have to go and send all this stuff. So there's a lot of frustrations that happen. And at the end of the day, there isn't like any way you can just figure out, because they want to ask, how much money have you spent?
Yes.
So accountability. So because we're in tech, we want to try to bring out real solutions to solve real problems that Zimbabweans are facing. So our platform provides accountability, and our platform provides something where you can figure out exactly what you want to do. Instead of updates and fear, like, is this person going to really buy exactly what they are buying? The platform is there to give you like real need for you to invest in Zimbabwe.
So I can see how everything is doing at my project, everything. I can go through and see what you guys were doing today and how much money was spent.
Yes, so essentially is to give you like a project management oversight.
Okay.
So you have stages. Let's say you want to build and you want to paint and you want to do interior design. It shows you a breakdown. It shows you like a total budget so that you can also work hard, pick shifts, and also, you know, save up. Then it also shows you we are on this point, we are finished at this point. It also shows you certain things like we could have started this. So we have services like photography, 3Ds that can show you the before and after. You
guys are into technology like that much?
Yes.
Besides you doing what you guys are doing, are you able to create applications for other people?
Yes, that's essentially what we do. Find a person with an idea, or you find a person with a business that needs technology to essentially help it with its effectiveness. So we try to come up with solutions that can simplify the processes for your business.
We have Discover Construction, which Sandra spoke about.
Yes.
We also have an exciting one, which is Discover Homes, where tenants can go on our site and look for accommodation. So the pain point was that agents are ripping people off.
True.
They can say, give me $30 to just go and view. Sometimes you go and view a shack. Then you'll be like, but can I really live there, you know? After that, they ask you for like 30% of the rental when you actually like the place. But we feel the pain of the people. I've been there myself. So what we want is, we want the property owners to upload their own properties on the channel. We have a verification process where they need to upload their ID so that we can be able to verify them. We want to filter out scammers and also like the agents that will also want to come and rip people off. So we want to connect the property owner directly with the tenant. So the tenant doesn't have the hassles and bustles of losing money without even getting accommodation sometimes, you know. So as a tenant, I would want to get on that site, which is Discover Homes, and search for my property like a 2-bed apartment and be linked directly to the property owner.
Under Discover Services, there was a huge problem being faced by the Zimbabwean market, where I think you've seen properties being demolished, people being double allocation of stands.
Exactly.
You buy a stand that someone else has already bought. So under Discover Services, we have partnered with lawyers who can do due diligence for your property. So you request that service within the application. If you see any property that is listed within the application, you can request for that service, and then we'll do the due diligence for you. And then we'll issue you a digital certificate that we have all the details, so that you can make sure that if you're buying a property, that property like it's an investment. You don't want to wash down your investment down the drain.
True.
So those are part of the services that we offer, amongst many services.
Why, in the first place, did you venture into construction, real estate, the whole thing?
So you can never go wrong with real estate, and especially in Zimbabwe, with how we're developing. We're even moving further into Maruzeva, villages, and people are doing amazing things in the villages. Like, we're changing how we look at being in the village. We're modernizing it, and so I love that. And like I mentioned before, that I love to be creative, I love design, I love to build, so why not just bring it to Zimbabwe? I have a lot of exposure from the western side.
Exactly, that's what I want to talk about. You are in the diaspora.
Yes.
And you being there and then having a project that is being done here in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
What kind of challenges did you face, and did that not force you into construction, saying, I'm just going to do the whole thing myself?
Yes. So, with this place, just starting to create and bring things, it's hard to trust people.
Yeah.
Especially when you're coming from the diaspora and having to send money and do all these things. That's where this project here created so many things for me to think about. Like, if I get into construction, I have people in the diaspora and I'm in the diaspora. If I create my own construction company, I can be that entrusted person. They hold me accountable than holding family members accountable.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to sue a family member than suing a company. This one, we are changing things differently. You know how when you're dealing with clients from diaspora, you have to talk on WhatsApp, you have to do all these things. I'm changing that, where this is where the tech part comes. So what we did is we created an app where all my clients will see every project and the scope of work that they're doing within the app. All you have to do is set up the app, download the app, use your login details. On our end, we're uploading the phases of the work, their financial side of it all. They're all seeing it from there. This takes away from having to communicate with the client on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And it's all transparent on the app. So any phases of work that need to be signed off, they sign off from the app. Anything to do with seeing where the progress of the project is, it's all in the app. We always keep them daily updates, pictures of what has happened on that day. So that's what I'm kind of working on right now.
You ain't see the nights I doubted myself, had to pick it up. When the dream itself, it got too heavy,